Hey everyone, Jeremy here. In this video, we want to talk about 5 things that Grace and I gave up in order to become financially independent before 30 and retire early. Now, let's define financial independence just so we're on the same page here. So financial independence means that we have enough passive income every single month covering our living expenses. So we don't necessarily have to work a normal 9 to 5, 40-hour week to cover our living expenses. So, and there's obviously a lot of ways to do this. How we did it was through real estate, Airbnb / my advertising business. So let's dive right into these 5 things and let me know in the comments down below what you're struggling with the most if you're on this journey, this financial independence or financial freedom journey. So the first thing that we gave up, I'd say, is a dream job. A dream job and like the status that comes with that. And for you, this may not be a big deal, but for us, it was, or at least for me mainly. Yeah. Maybe mainly for me, just because as the man, as the provider of the home. You know, when we came to Michigan the first time around, I didn't want to stay here because, you know, I wanted to pursue my career. I thought that was the best way to become, I guess, financially independent, financially free. And I just wanted to make money. And I felt like if I wasn't around in a big city, I couldn't do that. And so for me, I was pursuing just that status, manager, director level position. And in the end, it really it hurt me because money is just a tool, and that's what I was pursuing.
I never really had a dream job. I knew that I didn't want to pursue like a higher career. I was in the medical field. I was a CNA, and a lot of people would tell me like
a CNA is certified nurse assistant. That's what it is.
And then I am a medical assistant, but I never actually practiced being a medical assistant. So I got a degree for no reason. But a lot of people were like, "Go get your RN. Like you be a really good nurse." And I know I can be. I loved what I mean, like I didn't. It wasn't my passion, but I did my job as well as I could. Like when I went in there, I did my very best. I love my patients. I love my boss and everything. But I knew that I didn't want to pursue being a nurse because I eventually wanted to be a stay-at-home wife. Yeah. And I just didn't want to spend all that money for nothing because I knew that if I became a nurse, like I was going to have to go work because like what is the point of having that job if I'm not even going to use it, you know?
Exactly.
So I never really had a dream job. I guess being a stay-at-home wife is like my dream
That's
job.
your dream, yeah.
Yeah. I
think we have more of a, we don't have a dream job, we have a dream lifestyle.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? The second thing that we gave up, that might tie along with this, is a dream home.
Yeah. I think that's like very popular right now. Like everybody, even like on YouTube, like we bought our dream home and everybody's just like trying to buy their dream home. And for me, we were actually talking about this yesterday. For me, like I don't necessarily have a dream home, and I don't understand how people can say like it's your dream home. Like what you love right now might not be what you love in like 10, 15 years. Yeah. So you're eventually gonna have to like change it or just live with it, you know? For me, my dream home is a place where I can make memories with my children and my husband, and I can like have people over and just have like a big enough space to have my friends and just like make memories with the people that I love. That's like my dream home.
I feel like we had to give that up. I don't know if we gave it up because I never really had it, but I knew in my mind where it's like there's no way I can get my dream home now.
Yeah.
If we really wanted to pursue, right, the financial independence and have our time, right? Because if we were to get our dream now, we would definitely have to get a mortgage. Yeah. And then we'd be strapped to.
I feel like dream homes right now are like over 500,000, like
or more. Yeah, depending on where you're at, right? Maybe 500,000 here in Michigan, but if you're in California, $1 million, right? And so, yeah. I think that we knew we had to live frugally in order to achieve financial independence and have more time to do what we want to do, right? She wanted to be a stay-at-home wife, yeah. And I wanted that for our son. I want to be able to pursue the work that I love. And speaking of like the work that you love, I have opened up my calendar. I do have a few slots, and this is for the first time ever in 2 years. I'm opening up my calendar to speak with you guys. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go ahead and click the link below. If you're interested in like learning, how to start Airbnb, grow your Airbnb, how to, start advertising, maybe start growing your own business with advertising, or grow others, or maybe you want to learn how to like simplify your finances to retire early, just go ahead and click the link below. I'm willing to help at least for the moment. We'll see how it goes. But back onto what I was saying is that we knew we had to spend less than we were making in order to save up, in order to invest, right? And so there's no way that we could get our dream home, at least now. And we're definitely okay with that because like I just said, or like we said before, is we have a dream lifestyle, right? Not a dream job, not a dream house. The third thing, now this is kind of hard, might be a sensitive topic here.
It was hard for us.
But giving up some friends and family relationships.
It wasn't even like giving up. They pushed us pretty much away. I would never give up a relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have to do something like evil to me.
I guess maybe let go is probably maybe a better
let go.
word.
Like, well, people pretty much like, once we started changing our lifestyle and we started talking about how we wanted to live, it's really different for a lot of people, and people find it weird.
Yeah, I mean, it is very different. Like, I've learned to just kind of stop talking about it unless people ask more questions about it.
And even then, we really don't go really deep into it anymore because people just don't understand and they question, and I feel like that has changed a lot of our relationships.
Yeah, because if you don't have, I mean, what do you think if you think about it, when you're sitting down talking around with your friends, or when you're just meeting people, right? Like, what's the very first thing they ask? Like, oh, what do you do for a living? Like, what is your job?
And I get kind of awkward, like, when people ask that question now, because it's like, I don't want to seem like we're like, oh, we're like the big thing. We don't have debt. We don't have this. We don't have that.
We got jobs. We don't
have jobs.
And I don't know. We don't want to see.
We focus on our time. Like, I feel like people probably think that we're like conceited or something, or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because our relationships have changed. Even our family members have changed. Some people have said like really mean things about us, and it's really sad.
We're really cautious about who we tell our.
We learned.
Our achievements, and you might say, oh, well, you're sharing it on the internet, online.
You guys are seriously more sweet than our family
Some
members.
friends and family. We don't want to say everybody.
Not everybody.
Sure.
No, not everybody. But for the people that have like pushed us away, like you guys have said kinder words to us than those people in our lives, which is sad.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's okay.
So the fourth thing that we gave up, and this kind of ties along with 3, but giving up what people think about us. Now, this was kind of tough too, but I feel like the more, I guess, action and more, I guess, accomplishments in our eyes that we made, it made it easier to kind of let go of what people think, because it's like, wow, okay, I actually have my time. Okay, I'm actually doing what I want to do and what I love. I'm happy. So who cares what other people think? As long as we're on the same page and we're not contrary to what the Word of God says, because we are Christians, then, all we care about is what God thinks about our lives and our choices and things that we do. And so that's how we view it. One way I kind of think about it too is like, okay, who's going to show up at your funeral? The people that you think, that you take opinions from, and you take to heart what they say, are they even the people going to show up at your funeral? You know what I mean? It's like, so why do we care so much what they think? Because they don't, at the end of the day, they don't care about us.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that was like kind of like, well, this is like totally off, like, from like being dead and everything. Who's going to show up at your funeral?
Yeah.
But that's how we thought about it when we got married. You know, like people have like huge weddings and they invite everybody and their mom, and it's like, at the end of the day, like, who is actually going to stick with you like from that day on,
Yeah.
And so like that's what Jeremy and I decided, like when we first got married, like when we first got married, I mean like the only time we got married, but when we got married, we decided like, okay, we should only invite the people that we really care about and they're going to be there in like, years and years to come.
Yeah.
So that's why our wedding was just so small and intimate, and I think that's how you should view it too. Like, you know.
And when she says small for Hispanic family, that's 100 people.
100 people. I think that's small. People got offended because I didn't invite them to my wedding.
I know. So the fifth thing that we would say, and it might tie along and tie this all together, is really just fear and insecurity.
Yeah. The reason why people don't pursue like the things that they want, their dream, is because they're scared. Because honestly, like, some of the stuff you have to do is scary. Like leaving your job, not having that dream home can be kind of scary at times, because you're like, I don't know, you're comparing your life to other people, and you probably feel like, oh, I'm not buying my dream home, I'm doing something wrong.
There you go. That's a good point to think. Like, if you're not doing what everybody else is doing, you feel like you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. You're
that
not working.
is huge.
You're not working hard enough. You don't have big ambition. You
feel guilty for not being
feel,
ambitious. You feel guilty for not working.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say not working, but working less.
Yeah.
You feel guilty for taking time off to relax and slow down, and because it's just not the norm.
I mean,
you feel guilty taking trips during the week.
Yeah.
Because it's, people don't normally do that. I don't know. Like, you feel guilty for all these little things
instead of like saving money for like that dream home or whatever, or like that dream car or other things. You should. It's not like just like a home, but I'm just talking about the dream home because like I feel like that's like everywhere right now.
That's
everywhere.
a big one. That's a big one for sure. At least for our age right now.
Yeah, for our age. We wanted more simple life, and that's what we created. And we created it through the Bible too, because like the Bible tells you like.
Yeah, it's all in the Bible.
Yeah, it's all in the Bible.
It's literally all in the Bible. You just gotta read the Bible. I feel like what changed my life was literally just reading more what the Bible had to say about how you should live.
For us, it was to just like live a simple life where I can have my husband home, my child can have his dad around. We can still like travel and.
And speaking of traveling, we're out here. We spent the 4th of July.
That's what I'm driving.
Yeah, that's what she's driving.
We're looking for a Chick-fil-A.
We're driving back home, looking for a Chick-fil-A. There's on our side of Michigan where there is no Chick-fil-A. So we went on the west side of Michigan. It's really beautiful.
We're not going home until we have Chick-fil-A.
And the water's beautiful out in this time of year. It's like the Holland, Grand Rapids area. It's so beautiful out here.
It is really pretty.
And so we took a few days, and we made one mistake.
It was my mistake. Sorry.
The mistake was we never travel on holidays. But you know what? We just really wanted to get away because we were working on remodeling our new home. And so
I know.
we broke our rule. Never travel on holidays just because it's so busy. But luckily, we weren't planning to, but luckily we were able to use our points and stay at the Hyatt Hotel for free.
Yeah. Well, we went to Holland, which is a really cute town here in Michigan. And we were walking downtown and everything. I was like, oh, dude, like, it's not going to be bad on 4th of July, Like, this is really chill. We're walking around. There's, like, hardly any people. And then we're like, okay, let's head out to, like, the lake. Everybody and their mom was there. Like, I was like, oh,
literally,
that's like... It looked like Florida beaches. Like,
Florida, it was so packed.
So packed. There was this guy we were in the elevator with him, and he was just like, they looked like they had just come back from swimming, and Jeremy's like, oh, did you have a good time? He's like, yeah, I waited like an hour just to like get in. I was like, oh no. So we never ended up going to the lake, even though we packed everything to go swimming.
I know, we didn't. We didn't end up going to the lake. It was just like, I am not going to enjoy walking a mile to the beach because you have to park so far away because everybody was there's just no parking.
Yeah. There was no way I was going to wait an hour just to get in the water.
But we enjoyed walking around. Yeah. It's really beautiful out here right now. Yeah, so let me know what you guys' thoughts on these 5 things. Which one you're working on, if you're working on any. And let us know what your thoughts are in the comments.